Everybody, Steve here from Sequential Solutions. This video, we're going to look at how to create invoices in QBO and specifically keep our eyes out on payments that come in. So we want to properly recognize payments as they come through. We can do that a number of ways. We're going to look at the money bar in QBO. We want to find out which customers still owe us money and keep along tracking with the balance sheet with the accounts receivable asset there. Okay, so let's begin. All right, so let me jump back into QBO. And the first thing I'm going to do is we're just going to go over to Invoicing Customers, which will tell you your different customers that you have here. And here's what we call the money bar. So just like that, we see that we have $3,001 in open invoices, and we have $305 that have been paid. One has been paid in the last 30 days. So if I were just to simply click right here on this gray bar here, what that's going to do is it's only going to show customers. In this case, we only have one, Alex Johnson, who currently has open invoices. We see 3 open invoices right here, and we see the total balance of $300.50 technically. That gets rounded up there. Okay, so I just clicked and that basically drilled through and is showing me the different accounts on that. Okay, if you were just wanting to begin by creating an invoice to a brand new customer, what you would do is you would navigate to the Invoicing Customers. You would make a selection to click on New Customer. You would enter in all this information here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and create an invoice for one that's just got started here. Upper right-hand corner, New Transaction, Invoice. Now, an invoice means that we are going to receive work's been performed. We're going to receive money later. Okay, so I'm going to just go through a quick amount here. Okay. If I have their email, I'm going to put their email in there so that way I can set them up for the online payments through QuickBooks and so forth that you'd have to set up with your merchant account and that. But let's just go ahead and save that. Okay, so that $2,500 is going to show up in the financials as an asset because it's money that is owed to the company. We're still waiting on. It's called accounts receivable. I'll share with you how to find it if you go to the reports bar on the navigation bar on the left. You'll run the balance sheet here. Okay, and so here's accounts receivable AR. Whenever you run the balance sheet, pay close attention to the date that you're doing that, okay? Because that makes a big difference as far as the date goes. If I were just to go backwards a month to July 1 and run it, there's nothing in there. So this is very important here. A quick tip to get today is just hit the letter T, and that will give you today when the calendar's not popped up in that form there. Okay. So I can click through this button here. I can click on that link, and it will open up the current invoices here to show that. Awesome. Okay. So another method here is I'm going to go ahead and open up that invoice that I just created. I'm going to actually go back in time. Now, when I say in time, I mean fake it so that it's overdue. I'll make it a January 1st invoice transaction. Oh, what the heck? Let's go back to December 31, 2018, crossing a period here. And we'll make it due on this. We'll just make it due on the same day, due on receipt. Okay, so save. Okay, so keep in mind that it's August 22nd, 2019. That's a long time between. All right, that's they're late. They're late. I'm trying to share that with you here, that they're late. So A great report to keep track of that, it's called Accounts Receivable Aging Summary. Da-da-da. Should be your first one when you go in there under favorites. And what's neat about this is it's going to show you increments of 30 days, and you can make it larger if you wanted to, like every 45 days, and you can choose how many periods you want. If you really wanted to break it out, you could do something like that. This is just really helpful here to see where things fit and the scope of things. So Cast Tech is 91 days and over. Now, if we were to go back to Customer Center, basically, the money bar is going to change a little bit. What happens now is anything overdue is going to be here. Click, and it will show that. All invoices, including the current ones, are here. So that's what we have going on here. And again, in theory, all of these numbers here that add up should equal what's showing up on the balance sheet. Okay, so let's take a look at our list here. So we learned how to create invoices. I skipped applying a payment. I'm going to do that with Cast right now. Okay, so receive a payment, you can go to the quick create and click receive payment. This will open up a form here, and you can select the customer name here. All open invoices will appear that you can select it. This is just, again, one way to do this. So if I were to select that, I'd want to make sure I choose the correct method here. Say they pay with check number 101 on their end, deposit, and the full amount can be deposited. Pay attention to when you put it in here. So I'm going to make the payment date January 1st, 2019. Okay. Now remember that the invoice date is December 31st, 2018. I'm having the payment recognized in 2019. How is that going to affect the books? Well, it depends. It depends on when you run your profit and loss and working with filing your taxes. Are you a business that files taxes under the cash basis or the accrual basis? So just a quick teaching lesson on that. We're going to do all dates broken up by year. Grouping it by all dates, sorry. Years. Run. Okay. So if you're accrual, that means you recognize invoices and bills when you record the invoices and bills inside QuickBooks Online. Money coming in, money going out based on the actual form date. Okay. If you are cash, which many small business owners are going to file cash, then you're going to recognize your books by when the money actually hit the bank statement and how the date that goes in there. So if I switch to cash and click run, watch that $2,500 there move into the 2019, because that's when we received that payment in 2019. So that is just a really great way to keep track of it. And what's awesome about QuickBooks Online is it's very easy to switch over. So it's great to be looking at both of those. And so basically, if you run a profit and loss at accrual, you'll see all of your income that you've booked on the invoices, but there might be some information some payments missing. So that's why cash will do that. So if, as you can see here, look at my bottom line here. Let me do all dates. Note, I'm just doing total only. So look at our cash. We're at $2,800, $5 at net income. But if I look at accrual, 5805.5. Big difference here. So real important that you know what is happening between these two accounting methods here. Okay. All right. So it's been a fun video for me showing you how to create invoices, apply payments, looking at the money bar inside QBO, recognize the customers who have past invoices there, and then looking at the balance sheet to see the accounts receivable asset here. All right, I'd love to be able to assist you. If you have any other questions, feel free to drop me a line on my website at sequentialsolutions.com, or just send me a quick email at stevechase@sequentialsolutions.com with questions related to QBO training, and we'll take it from there. Thank you.